Well, now to a story about a theft of property, a malicious deed committed against an organization whose existence is based on doing good deeds. Our Rudy Trevino reports the thieves targeted Habitat for Humanity.
Okay, so there's two parts. I mean, it's like, I guess, a 5-minute window. The truck's gonna back up.
Technology today is amazing, especially when it comes to catching bad guys red-handed.
The truck's already it's backing up right here. You'll see it.
What you're seeing is surveillance video from the Habitat for Humanity store on La Pan, taken in the early morning hours this past Tuesday, the 15th.
They broke into our gates, in our secured gates, and then broke the lock to the utility truck along with the enclosed utility truck lock to remove equipment and tools.
Becky Salinas with Habitat for Humanity says initial reaction was sheer anger, wondering what would compel anyone to steal from an organization whose very purpose is to help those in need. The tools and trailer, well, they were fruits of the organization's hard work.
So through this donor grant, we were able to buy the utility truck to make it easier for the construction crew to get their equipment to and from properties.
And now that the utility trailer and the tools have been ripped off, work on the Habitat for Humanity affordable housing, like these, have been slowed down.
And after all we've done for the community in the last 30 years, this is a big disappointment.
But the silver lining to this crime is that the thieves had no idea they were being watched. The surveillance video caught the two men and their moves, the truck they were driving, the model, color, and other details that police now have. Still, the folks at Habitat are extending an olive branch to whoever did this.
We're just basically asking them if they would like to return the items with no questions asked. They're welcome to do that.
But fair warning, Habitat for Humanity has the video evidence, and so do police. When the thieves are found, they will be prosecuted. Rudy Trevino, 3 News.